welcome to HCC In-Depth for Friday, 24th of July. I'm Jasleen.
And I'm Zakhari. With 2 weeks in, we're getting back into the swing of things.
Today, we're joined by Will and Marii. Welcome to the desk.
Thanks for having us.
How was everyone's week? Did everyone watch the World Cup final?
I sure did, and it was really interesting.
Thought it was absolutely electric. Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal. I mean, come on, the next generation of football against the best player of all time.
I mean, I didn't really get a chance to. How about you, Marii?
I did get a chance to. I wish France won the game against Spain, but unfortunately they did not. It was pretty sad. Over the school holidays, our Early Learning Centre children focus on NAIDOC Week, exploring themes of community unity through shared stories. Our educators facilitated a meaningful acknowledgement of country on the yarning mat to foster an early understanding of belonging, historical legacy, and First Nation cultures. The children also explored the official 2026 NAIDOC Week artwork, interpreting the story through their own creative symbols and beautiful paint patterns. Navigating the internet safety is a crucial skill, which is why our Year 7 to 9 students recently took part in an essential digital footprint workshop run in conjunction with the eSafety Commissioner. The session focused on how to interact positively in the online world. Students explored the long-term impact of their digital footprint while evaluating online risks, giving them the tools and awareness needed to protect themselves and their peers in digital spaces. Our Year 12 students put their budgeting and culinary skills to the test with an exciting excursion to Casey Central. The senior students were tasked with purchasing ingredients within a set budget before returning to school to prepare a meal using only the items they bought. This practical challenge provided a brilliant reality check for independent living, forcing students to problem solve, plan creatively, and work together under kitchen conditions. The Prep J classroom was filled with excitement, teamwork, and creativity. The preps worked together to transform a simple cardboard box into a magnificent pretend cake, carefully icing and decorating it as a team. This engaging hands-on experience beautifully supported the numeracy learning as they explored shapes, positioning, measurement, counting, and spatial awareness while planning and creating together. It also provided rich opportunities to develop oral language, collaboration, and problem-solving skills, offering a joyful glimpse into the wonderful learning taking place every day.
Across Heritage, we have our school values. These values can be found in all the things that you might do in your life, and something that we like to uphold here at Heritage College. We have had a few people send through their Bible verses. Let's see who it was today.
Romans chapter 12 verse 1. Therefore, brothers and sisters, in view of the mercies of God, I urge you to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true worship.
If you'd like to have a Bible verse shown here on HCC In-Depth, you can record it yourself or have a parent record it for you, and then send it through to us. Simply scan this QR code for more information. It's your chance to see your face on HCC In-Depth.
We've had Marii tell us a lot of inside stories in Heritage. Will, what's been happening beyond Heritage?
Big news for local food relief this week. Transit Soup Kitchen and Food Support in Narre Warren has been given a specialised refrigerated shipping container with $45,000, donated by Omnitech Playgrounds. It means Transit can now store a lot more rescued food, like meat and other high-protein items, so they can help even more families across Casey and Cardinia. Closer to our own community, the Solomon Islands for Christ campaign has just wrapped up with a huge Sabbath of celebration. Church members, pastors, and volunteers came together to bring the campaign to over 300 locations across all 9 provinces of the Solomons. And finally, on the Sunshine Coast, an 89-year-old grandfather named Donald Walker celebrated his birthday by jumping out of a plane. 13,000 feet, with his grandson by his side, for his 3rd skydive. Donald says age is no excuse to stop chasing new experiences. To find out more about these stories, check the link in the description of this video. That's all for this week's Beyond Heritage.
With the weekend ahead of us, let's check out what it's looking like.
Good news for once. Melbourne's easing up a little this weekend. Still cold, still jacket weather, but not a total washout. Let's get into it. Friday the 24th is cloudy and grey, no sun poking through, but with a top of 13 and a low of 9. Dry though, so no umbrella needed. Saturday the 25th is our pick of the weekend, partly sunny with a top of 15 and low of 11. Sunday the 26th, the showers sneak back in, top of 15, low of 11. Keep your umbrella handy if you're out and about. Monday the 27th is partly sunny again, top of 15, low of 11. A nice way to head back into the week. So there you go, one soggy day surrounded by a couple of half-decent ones. Zakhari and Jesseline, back to you.
It's been a quiet one for primary sports this week, with no official matches or events on the calendar. However, this week, our Prep to Year 2 students from both campuses will officially kick off their highly anticipated 6-week gymnastic program. Our many athletes head off-site to Sparta Gymnastics to build their strength, balance, and agility. Make sure those sports uniforms are ready to go, because it's going to be a rolling, tumbling good time. Even during a quieter week, we still have some fantastic individuals to recognize for their outstanding effort, characters, and leadership. From OCP, a massive congratulations to William. From NCP, a huge well done to Rosie. We also have some brilliant standouts from our secondary cohorts, who dominated their respective fields. From 10B, hats off to Navraj and Tayasha. From 9A, exceptional work from Madison and George. From 7B, brilliant effort from Rebecca and Ryan. And before we wrap up, we have some incredible heritage news to share. Mr. Harrington received an email from the head of CSEN confirming that our very own Wade Smithles has officially been selected for the USA basketball squad. Wade, that is an extraordinary achievement, and the entire Heritage College community is incredibly proud of you. Let's celebrate that. From Sparta Gymnastics to a World Cup final for the ages and a heritage student on the world stage, there is so much more to look forward to next week. Zakhari and Jesseline, back to you.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another segment of In Focus, where we interview new people every week and find out their story. Today I'm joined by Heritage College's very own pastor, Pastor Longi. Pastor Longi, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, and it's a privilege to be here.
We've always wanted you on the show, and we're glad you could finally make it here. So, you've been a pastor at the school. I think it's been a long time now. So take us back 10 years. How did you initially end up at Heritage College?
Yeah, great question. I was working in a factory there. Had some time off from ministry, pastoral ministry, and I received a call from our now president, Pastor Darren Croft, asking if I would like to be a chaplain at Heritage College. I initially thought no. I called my wife, and she was the one that said, you need to take this job on. And 9 years later, I'm still here. I'm enjoying my time here at Heritage College.
Yeah, I'm sure you're enjoying it every day. I know Heritage College loves having you around, and it's just nice to see where life could take you.
So true.
So when you initially joined Heritage College, what was that season like? What was the first 1 year? How did you feel?
I was nervous at first, to be honest. You know, when you're starting out at a new job, it's always difficult, and many people don't know that I'm an introvert. So the first day was like, just trying to wing my way through all the questions and saying hello to people. But eventually, after that first 6 months, I got into it and just really enjoyed the staff, and started to enjoy the culture at that time.
I can imagine the nerves you might have felt. I know I've been nervous every now and then. But now you're one of the most confident people around the school. It doesn't seem like you have any nerves at all.
Oh, no, still shaking. Still nervous. But no, it's good. It's a good school to be a part of, and I wouldn't ask to be anywhere else. That's
great to hear. So initially, before you did pastoring, what got you into ministry?
Initially, I was a 24-year-old youth leader at my local church, and my uncle, also a pastor in Hawaii, travelled across to our local church, and he took a 3-week evangelistic series. Lo and behold, just before he left us, I did not know, but he had been, keeping an eye out on me for the 3 weeks. And when he said goodbye, he said, I've been looking at how you work with young people. I feel that Avondale College is a good fit for you. And 3 weeks later, I applied for Avondale College back in 2003, and I received the answer that they've accepted me and started my path down to, in theology. And here I am many years later.
That's a great story. I'm glad you found your calling, and I'm glad Avondale was the place for you.
Thank you.
So, is there anything about your background or your history that you think has influenced the way that you lead as a pastor at Heritage College?
Born and raised in New Zealand from Samoan parents. And in our Samoan culture, there's a saying, "Ole ala I le pole e tautua," which simply means the way to leadership is through a life of service. And I believe that as a chaplain, that your actions must go together with your words. And I truly believe that, that's how I'm called. That's what I'm called to do. Not only to be a man who speaks the word of God, but needs to be living the word of God through our school community.
That's really inspirational. I couldn't agree more with leading through service. That's a good ideal to keep with you. So you previously mentioned that you feel it's your purpose to reach at least one student. But is there a moment that you felt really mattered that you've had with a student that really touched your heart?
Yeah, I just remember one particular student who walked into my office one day and just shared he had a weight of the world on his shoulders, stuff that he had gone through and coming from a messed up home, and on that day I was just able to be a listening ear to him. Once he finished sharing, we had a prayer together, and the next week he came back in again. We were able to talk, and well, that went for 6 months. Until one day he said that he was interested in baptismal lessons. Eventually we got to the baptismal day, and he gave his life to God, and that was the biggest smile I've ever seen from a student. And I've baptized many, but I could still pinpoint that one student because of when he came up out of that water, it's like everything was released, everything was gone. The burdens, the hurt, the shame, just the negative experience that he grew up with. And that's the joy that I love seeing, students who Jesus changes their lives.
I'm glad you were there for that student. I'm sure you made a big impact on his life. And it's nice to see that even one person is all it needs to bring a change to someone's life. So coming here, you've been here for almost 10 years. What goes through your mind when you wake up and you come to Heritage College?
If I could reach one person, if I could make a change in one person's life, then I've fulfilled my purpose for that day.
So Culture Night's coming up. I'm sure you're excited for that. I know I am.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Could you tell me a bit about what happens on Culture Night?
Yeah, Cultural Night is we get to experience a little bit of the Samoan culture. So we're going to have performances from different youth groups and different academies who are coming along just to showcase what the Samoan people are all about. And on the night as well, there will be opportunities for us to give to this fundraiser for our Year 11 and Year 12 mission trip. Food will be sold as well as drinks. So come along, it's going to be an epic night.
Could you tell me where and when that would be?
Yeah, it's happening on the evening of August the 15th.
Yep.
I believe it starts at 6 o'clock, and we'll start off with a worship program, and then it'll flow on to a cultural night afterwards. But invite your friends to come along, see some slap dancing and some hula. If you've seen the Moana movie, you'll get a bit of a taste of what's going to happen.
Can't wait. I can tell this is really important to you, but why does this matter for our school?
That's for our school because it's an opportunity for us to give. Because the whole purpose of this cultural night is fundraiser, is for us to be able to support our students who are going across and to provide the funds to assist the rebuild, but also the renovation of our sister school, Si'ufanga Adventist Primary School in Zakhari, Samoa.
Can't wait for the cultural night, and I can't wait to see what the kids going over to Samoa will be able to do. So you previously just mentioned a mission trip which the students are going on. Why do we go on that mission trip?
Why do we go on a mission trip? My simple answer is that we want to make a difference in other people's lives, and for this primary school, we can make a difference by the renovations that we do. We've seen some of the things that need to be fixed in that school. We're privileged and we're blessed to be at a school like Heritage College, but just to be able to do a rebuild for them and to be able to see the smiles on their faces, it'll be a great opportunity for our students to be able to do that, assist in that way.
And I guess that links back to the whole leading by service aspect that you follow by.
That's correct.
Yeah. I know there's some students in younger year levels that are still on the fence about signing up. Is there any message that you'd have for them in regards to going on the mission trip?
What I would say to the students who are sitting on the fence is this is a great opportunity for them to make a difference in the lives of all those students over there. And if they feel a calling to that they're able to do something like that, whether it be singing or help paint or just make the students laugh, that's something that these students in Samoa would really enjoy, and go for it. It's a one in a lifetime opportunity for them, so go do it.
Yeah. Someone had told me that I know I would have signed up a lot quicker than I did. Now, the final question. If there's anything you could say to every student at Heritage College, what would that be?
Yeah, we're searching. Everyone searches. And I believe the answer to all our questions is Jesus. And once we find Jesus, we'll be able to share that love with others who are also searching for something good, something meaningful, something purposeful, something with a purpose. And so, look for Jesus, search for Jesus, seek out for Jesus, because he's the answer to all our needs.
Unfortunately, that does bring us to the end of this segment. But Pastor Longi, thank you so much for coming on the show. We all appreciated it.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure being here.
We can't wait to have you again on the show. For more information, make sure you check the description below. Once again, this brings us to the end of this segment, but if you know anyone or would like to be on in Focus yourself, make sure you reach out and let us know. Zakhari and Jasleen, back to you.
Well, that wraps up another episode of HCC In-Depth.
Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, if you have something to say or something you want shared, scan this QR code.
Until next week, thanks for joining us.
Have a great weekend!